looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You look great as well.
Thank you. You look good, Eric.
Thank you.
Ray just got out of a salon.
Yes, baby.
Thank you, Mr. John Fritzler, for that introduction. I'm so happy to be here. Also, Eric, so nice to see you. And we have
Yes.
a guest here, my relative, Uncle Ray. Thank you for being here as well. This particular seminar I'm very excited to share with all of you and with all of my viewers out there. The name of the seminar is called Space Available, and it has a really deep personal application for all of us that are living our day-to-day lives. And I use the word space available because it's a common sign that we see cruising around the cities and wherever, where you see like an empty unit that is advertising for office space. It'll usually have a sign that says space available. So whenever you see that space available sign, just think about this seminar, and maybe it will get you inspired to start acting on your 3 primary spaces. And that's what we're going to go into today: how to optimize and cleanse and clear and focus and evolve and mature your space, your mind space, your heart space, your life space. So we're going to start this seminar off with a quote. One of my favorite teachers, my most inspirational teacher that has influenced most of my teachings. His name is Charles F. Hannell. And let us begin, everybody. Space available. We're going to start off with this quote, and it's going to read, "Necessities are demands, and demands create action, and actions bring about results. The process of evolution is constantly building our tomorrows out of our todays. Individual development, like universal development, must be gradual, with an ever-increasing capacity and volume." And that's what we're going to really focus on with that last sentence. Our individual development is gradual. From the time we were born all the way up to where we are now, we are going through chapters and phases within our lives. And within each chapter and phase, our development is gradual. It is increasing through capacity and volume. And within each one of those sections, we have a completely different mindset. From when you were a kid playing with toys, wanting to, see your favorite character at Disneyland, to now, pursuing a job or an entrepreneurial pursuit. The mindset changes, it shifts and evolves. And that's what we're going to focus on today. We are going to really start honing in on that space, on that space available. So the first space that we are going to focus in on is the mind space. Now, right here on this board, we have 3 circles that are interconnected. And at the very top circle, it's going to say mind space and then /0 out of 10. And then we have the 6 properties of the mind space. So these are going to be working in this direction. So we're going to go 1 to 2 right here. So cleansing and clearing. So with the first area of the mind space, whenever we start feeling overwhelmed or clogged in our life, and things just start coming in within our mind space, we have so many things to do. There are so many distractions. There are so many areas within life that are pulling for our attention. And life is so busy that we create this clutter within our mind space. And that's a natural process because we live in a very advanced modern world that is requiring us to do all this micromanagement with all of these things happening at the same time. But what happens is that over time that creates a buildup. And that buildup within the mind space or within the sphere, it needs to be cleansed. It needs to be cleansed out, and it needs to be cleared. And that's what's going to get us into that second phase. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to go into a little mental exercise. So I would like all of you to just, calmly just take a deep breath. And just not that loud. And I just want you to start within that breathing, to start feeling that mind space. Becoming consciously aware of that mind space. And as you're feeling that mind space, I want you to begin that cleansing. So as we are slowing the thinking down, quieting the mind, start visualizing, if you will, dropping a pebble into a pool of water. As you drop that pebble into the pool of water, the pebble drops, and then it makes these circular waves. And I want you to do that in your mind. Visualize that pebble dropping, and as that circular wave ripples out, it cleanses the mind space. It cleanses it out. And then become quiet with that process. What you want to do with this is you want to extend that cleansing process into the outer perimeters of your consciousness, meaning that the furthest areas of where you could possibly think all around this planet, between past, present, and future, and what you want for yourself and what you want for others, just extend the awareness, expand the consciousness as far as you can go as you are cleansing the mind space. Now, give yourself time every day to do this, in the morning and in the evening. Lately at work, I've been just sitting in the teacher's lounge just for like five minutes, and I've just been even cleansing the space within my workplace. You can cleanse the space within your workplace by just doing this for 5 or 10 minutes each and every day. So that's what we have to do with the mind space. It's primary. Now, as we cleanse and clear the mind space, that is going to bring us into this third area. The most important thing for you to realize is if you are going to just develop the powers of focus, like a laser-like power of focus, the first thing you have to do is cleanse and clear it out first. When you cleanse and clear everything out first, that's going to allow you to start focusing. So, cleanse and clear out the mind space, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start focusing and then growing. So within the mind space, now what I want you to do, now it's cleansed and cleared, is begin focusing on the areas of your life that you want to see grow. Focus. Because now you're feeling clean and clear. Focus in on the areas that you want to see grow exponentially. So your pursuits, your goals, your talents, your aspirations, your inventions, your innovations, your passions, the things that make you excited. Find those things in your mind and begin focusing on the things, the areas that you want to see grow in your life. Focusing, growing. Spend time doing this every day. Now, that which is growing on a consistent basis begins maturing. It begins maturing, meaning that which you're thinking on, feeling on, and acting upon within your reality becomes stronger. It starts building into circumstances, conditions, and situations. And all begins with the mind first. So, start looking with your mind on the areas that are maturing in your life, the areas that you would like to see maturing, the areas that already are maturing in your life. And as they are maturing and expanding and becoming powerful in your inner reality within your mind, that is when you will reach this evolving. That is when you're going to start evolving into your next, what would Carl Jung call it? Not the archetype. You would be evolving into the next archetype. So there's 4 main archetypes that we are moving through with our lives. And so what we want to do is we want to, through this process, evolve into that next archetype. And so that's where we hit it. So this is what we must do with the mind space. We want to do this every day. Cleansing, clearing, focusing, growing, maturing, and lastly, evolving. Now we're going to move this down. So what I want you to do with this process is out of 10, I want you to put that number down out of 10, and out of these 6 properties, evaluate and enumerate these 6 properties where you stand within your mind space. If you have been doing that on a regular basis, where you stand with that on 0 to 10. Cleansing, clearing, focusing, growing, maturing, and evolving. Now what we're going to do is going to move down into the heart space, and it's going to be the same process, but the heart is 1,000 times magnetically stronger than the mind, as well as electrically. It is the most powerful electromagnetic force in the universe within our bodies. So, within the heart, it's a little bit more tricky and a little bit more devious as you begin searching within the heart, because within the heart we have very strong dualities that we have to contend with. Very powerful personalities that are clashing against each other, between spirit and flesh, and between what we want to do and what we are actually doing. So it gets really, really tricky within the heart, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible to cleanse the heart. So that's what we have to do. We have to imagine ourselves purifying the heart. So cleansing and clearing the heart. What we need to do to cleanse and clear the heart is first we have to recognize by feeling. What is in the heart that you feel needs to be cleansed out? So let us do that right now. We're going to do a little exercise. Let's start off with a couple deep breaths. And then as we do these deep breathing, deep breaths, we want to drop the mind into the heart. Stop the thinking. We want to drop the mind into the heart, and we want to start thinking through the feeling of the heart. Feeling the thinking in the heart. Start feeling within the heart what you feel needs to be cleansed away, cleansed and cleared. There could be some very strong desires that are self-centered, that you have to fight against, that takes bravery and courage to actually feel those feelings and acknowledge them, that they do need to be cleansed out. So really start feeling what it is within the heart that you feel in the most truthful and honest way needs to be cleansed and cleared out. Now, as you begin to cleanse that heart space out, we want to go into some things that can help you with cleansing. If you're alone, a good thing to do, number one, would be, of course, meditation and just allowing the heart to be still. And number two, that would be a prayerful connection. You want to pour your heart out to your the God that you worship, your higher power. You can pour your heart out prayerfully. And then the third method of cleansing out the heart would be talk therapy, to talk to a close friend that can allow you to process and cleanse and clear out what's within the heart. So those are the three main areas of how to cleanse and clear the heart. And we have to do that on a daily basis, at least a weekly basis. So cleanse and clear the heart, moving in that vibration, cleanse and clear the heart. That it brings us in now into the third area, which is focusing the heart. Now, the most important area in achievement and accomplishment all narrows down to this pendulum, this apex, this convergence that is dependent upon intense desire. So whatever you really, really want in this world is going to have to be focused through your heart. So, to every end, there is a means for the man who puts his heart into his dreams. So that's what you have to do once you get the heart cleansed and cleared. You have to focus that intense desire. And sometimes you actually, for me, if you really want something to happen in your life, get it into an emotion and see if you can actually start creating a tearful want from it. Because when you create a tearful want for what you really want to achieve in your life, you are activating that electromagnetic power that gets sent throughout the entire Earth grid and out into the universe. And it really starts activating the pulling power to get those things drawing closer to you. So cleanse and clear, and then focus with that intense desire of what you want to achieve in your life. Focus that heart to make that dream come true. Pour your heart, focus that intent and that desire into your work. Passionately put your heart into your work to make that dream come true. You have to focus the heart. And by focusing the heart, that ambition, that goal, that drive, that desire, that one thing that you want to accomplish is going to crystallize and manifest in your life based on how powerful and effective and clear you are focusing the power of your heart towards that mission objective, that goal. Focusing and then growing. So what your heart is focusing on will begin growing that reality. And as it begins growing, it is just like a plant. It grows and then it reaches full maturity. And so within our reality, we want to reach that full maturity with our goals, with our aspirations and our drives. As it begins growing and maturing, we're finally going to reach that place where the process of evolution is constantly building our tomorrows out of our todays. So now is the time to focus the heart now so that we can start building our tomorrows out of our todays. So out of 0 out of 10, I want you to put that number, enumerate it, evaluate, calculate, equate it, of how powerful you're tapping into that heart space, that you want that reality to come true in your life. How effective are you using these 6 properties to make what you really want in your life come true? And that's the heart. It all comes from the heart. So put that number down right there. Now what we're going to do in the third space is the life space. Now this represents the life space. It represents our social atmosphere, our social interactions with all of the people in our lives. Everyone that's in our lives, family, friends, workmates, associates, people that we are allowing into our consciousness, people that we are watching through entertainment, on the internet, the movies, the magazines. There's people constantly capturing our attention and influencing our lives. That's our life space. So the quality of your life space, what we want to start focusing on is the quality of your life space, and we want to begin to identify how we can start cleansing the life space. Cleansing and clearing the life space. So go within your mind right now and start kind of pinpointing the people that you interact with on a daily basis, the people that are popping into your consciousness. Okay? So we're going to do this exercise real quick, a couple deep breaths. Relax the mind, relax the heart. And I want you to start thinking, start examining through your mind and through your heart the people in your life space. And begin through that sifting, see if there's anyone in that life space that is a harmful association towards you, that has some sort of influence that is bringing you down, or perhaps creating more doubt in your life. Someone that's not progressing your advancement, someone that's not serving your interests or your intentions. And start really examining all of the people in your life and see if you can detect what sort of influence, and it also can be entertainers as well, musicians as well as actors or politicians. Are there people within your consciousness, within your life space, that are having some sort of detrimental effect? And then what we can do by examining that and identifying it is begin, like we were doing with the heart and the mind, cleansing, clearing that out. So that would be visualizing that disconnect happening. And by doing that, you are aligning with all of the people that have your best interests at heart. All of the people in your life are a reflection of who you are becoming in the very best possible way that you can become that person, that you can begin to mature and evolve in becoming the very best possible person that's making an impact in a positive way in society. And start really examining your life space. So we cleanse and clear out the negative, and then we start focusing on all of the people in our life space that are helping us in this interchange of energy. As we encourage them and serve them, they encourage us and serve us. So it's not like this self-serving life space. It's really based upon reciprocity. So the people that are in my life that I'm giving to, are those people reciprocating that energy and building that energy up to where I start growing from those relationships, maturing from those relationships, and last but not least, evolving through those relationships, business relationships, business partnerships, close friends and family, acquaintances, entertainers, musicians, whoever these people are. Am I creating that feeling like, wow, this interaction is causing me to evolve and mature into a better person as a result of that? So go through the life space of all the people in your life that are influencing you, and then put that number down of cleansing and clearing these 6 areas right here. And always want to remember too, when you look at these 3 spheres, the mind space, the heart space, and the life space, they're all interconnected. One sphere is affecting the other. This center sphere is affecting this one. They're all interconnected, affecting one another. So none of them are ever separated. They're all working in this triangular unit. They're all connected together. So always want to remember, if something's not good is happening in one area, just go through and see how you can start cleansing and clearing the mind space. Focusing and growing the mind space, maturing and evolving the mind space. Go through the heart space and see what needs to be cleansed and cleared in the heart space. How you can focus and grow the heart space. How you can mature and evolve the heart space. Go through your life space, and cleanse and clear it. Focus it and grow it. Mature it and evolve it. We're going to finish this space available with a final quote. You know when your time has come, when all the hard work that you put into who you really want to be brings you to the shining moment of who you are just about to become. Space available.